Hello everyone, I'm Laxon and welcome to our tutorial on Booleans in Python. Booleans in Python are a type of data that can only have one of two values, true or false. In Python, the words true and false are special cues that are used to assign Boolean values. For example, let's just say my boo is equals to true, like this. Oh, we can just say maybe like my other boo is equals to false. So these are the only two values that a Boolean can have. A Boolean can either be true or false. So we can also use Boolean values in conditions. Most especially, actually, you guys will be using Booleans in conditions. So for example, if we wanted to check if a number is even, we could use the modular operator to check if the remainder is zero. So there's an operator that you guys can use just to check the remainder of a number. So let's first declare a what a an integer. So we can just maybe like num1 is equals to, maybe let's just say 20. And let's now create a condition. So we can create a condition using an if statement. So we can just say if num1, the modulus 2 is equals to 0. So what's happening here is, okay, just for a minute, let me just try to finish the statement. So here, so we're going to do the else, so that if this statement is not true, it's supposed to run this. But if this statement is true, it's supposed to ignore the other one. So that's what it means. So here, what will happen here is, the first things first, we have declared num1 with the value of 20, which is an integer. And here, what's happening here is the modulus here, what's happening is that if we divide 2 into this number, into num1, which is 20, whatever remainder that will be what will happen. This one will result into giving us the remainder. So in this case, 2 into 20, there's no remainder, so meaning that this will result into 0. So it will be 0 being compared to another 0 if 0 is equals to 0. So if 0 is equals to 0, it means that it's gonna print this. But if this results into something like something that's greater than 0, then this will be executed. So what we're trying to do here, we're trying to find out whether whether num1 is an even number or not. So for those of you guys who don't know what an even number is a number divisible by 2 without a remainder. I think that's a correct term, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so if you divide 2 into a number and it doesn't give you any remainder, meaning that it's an even number. That's what it means. So here we're trying to find out whether the value that we have assigned to num1 is an even number. So that's what's happening here. So let's run this and find out if 20 is an even number. So here, at the end of the day, so this expression is going to result into a Boolean. So if this is 0 and 0, of course, is equal to 0, so this will be true. So meaning that it's a Boolean. And if this is true, we want you to print true. But if this is false, we want you to print false here, down here. So we can do this by running. I think I've already saved, so we can just run this. As you can see here, it prints true. So here we can even change and maybe like use a string or something. So we said this number is, or we can even actually, yeah, we can even say num1. We can just say if num1 is a, sorry about this, so we can have to do this actually. Yeah, so say num1 is an even number, and here we can do the same. We can just copy this and paste it here. So just say num1 is not is not an even number. Is not even number. So here you can save this, clear screen, we run this again. So here, as you can see here, so it will print this because it's correct. So 20 is an even number. Actually, here we can just say maybe 20 is, or we can just say num1 is an odd number. So if it's not an even number, then it's an odd number. Is an odd, is an odd, is odd number. I think that's how you spell odd. So here it's gonna print 20 is an even number, but if we use 21, because this one will give us a remainder of 1, so this one will result into an odd number. So 21 is an odd number, as you can see here. So this is a simple program that we've just created. So it's checking whether the number is an odd or is an even number or is an odd number. So that's what's happening here. So all these things can be achieved because of booleans. You get the point. So that's a whole thing. That's a whole purpose of booleans. Yeah. So Booleans are also used as logical operators. Also be used as logical operators. For example, we can use the AND operator to check if two conditions are both true. So, for example, what we can do actually, this one is an interesting one actually. So, what we can do is we can maybe like what can I do with it? Okay, so we can just maybe like have two numbers. Just say maybe num1, we can have a num2 or something like that. So which I would say 20. So I'll do something like this. So these are some of the things that you're going to learn once I talk about if statements. So what we can do, we can just say maybe like num. We want to find out whether num1 is greater than let's just say 10, and num2 is greater than 10 again, I'll say. So what's happening here is it first executes this, then once it gets the value, it also do the same thing with the other side. So here it checks whether num1, which is 21, is greater than 10. Of course, num1, which is 21, is greater than 10. So this one will result to true. And now it'll go the other side. It'll check whether num2, which is 20, if it's greater than 10, of course, which is true, it's greater than 20. So if both sides, they result into true, this statement down here is going to be executed here. So we can just say maybe like, we can just print true here so that we just, by the way, true is supposed to be capital letter, supposed to start with the capital letter. So even here, we can just say maybe false, same thing, supposed to start with the capital letter false. So if both sides are true, it's gonna print this. If one of them is not true, it's gonna print this. If both of them are not true, it's still gonna print this. That's what it means. So here, if we run this, let me just clear my screen. So if we run this, it's gonna result into true because here num1, which is 21, it's greater than 10. And here again, num2, which is 20, is greater than 10. So if we change this, maybe we just say maybe like it's 9 or something. This will result into false because one of the sides is equal to false. So both of them, they're supposed to be true for it to run the block, the block, yeah, under the if statement here. So I would say it's a block. Yeah, so that's what it is. So these are some of the things that you guys are going to learn in the when I'm talking about the if statements. So I think that's it for this video. So I hope you find this lesson helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. And please like, share, and subscribe.